So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to give you guys the best gaming headset part 7. All the headsets present on this video will be wireless, so just keep that in mind. Without further ado, let's get into the first headset. These are the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 3. And without a doubt, I absolutely love these headsets. And I know Turtle Beach get a bad rep with the quality, but this is not the case. I mean, the the durability on this is a tank. The comfortability is out of this world. I mean, for crying out loud, look at the air cushions on these. Of course, looking at the controls, you have your volume rocker, your game and voice mix, and as well as a Bluetooth button. Yes, this has Bluetooth. And you have this infamous mode button, which is your EQ button, one for bass boost, one for treble mix. And you have this repeat button, that's your quick switch mode. So you can switch between Bluetooth and wireless mode. Of course, you can pair this up to your phone. Now you can swivel the headset so you can rest this around your neck when you're idle. And I think that's a big deal for me because sometimes you don't want to have the headset on all the time. So it is nice to just have it resting around your neck. Like I said, that comfortability, I love it. And gaming with these, it's not going to be no problem at all. And even the headband has a bit of cushion too on the top. Believe it or not, the battery life on this can last up to 80 hours with quick charge on top of that. I gotta say, these sound pretty good. Now, thanks to its mode button, the EQ, so it has a bit of a punchy sound to it. It's enough where you can hear the enemy's footsteps. It just sounds nice and crisp. I don't have no problem, no discomfort wearing glasses with the 600s. You have flip up to mute, so up is to mute, down is to unmute it. You can move the mic a little bit closer to you. And I must say the microphone is pretty good. It's not the best on this list, but you can hear me loud and clear. And all right, here's the microphone test of the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 3. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can, ride the toucan, what kind of glue can, stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the mic? Next up on the list, we have the Razer Barracuda X. And right away, right out the bat, you guys can see the RGB, which looks stunning while you're playing your game. This is probably the best looking headset just because of the RGB. And not only that, the material of the headset is my favorite. I mean, this material here for long gaming sessions, you're gonna love. Your ears are gonna thank you. And on the top, it has that same material found on the air cushions on the top. In terms of the controls, you have your mute toggle. So you press it down to mute it and press it again to unmute it. Your volume rocker, and of course your power switch alongside a Type-C for charging. And you have your quick switch button there too as well. And your mic, you can unplug it and use it as regular headphones or plug it in to have your microphone on. Now you can pair this up to your phone if you want to listen to music or anything. So that is pretty nice. And putting this on, like I said, I love this air cushion design. It just feels so nice, man. And it feels tight too. Not tight where it's uncomfortable, but it has a snug fit. It has a very snug fit. And when you put on your glasses, no interference at all. Now, for some, this might feel a little uncomfortable, or just for a longer gaming session, you might start to feel that pressure. The distance between the headset and the glasses, it just has a more tighter feel. Even if I do adjust it accordingly, it helps a little bit. And the sound quality is okay. It has that balanced sound. Now, that is a bit weird. On the Barracuda, I put my headset on. If I want to wrap it around my neck, I can't turn it. I would have to take it off and flip it the other way around so I can wrap it around my neck officially. And that's weird because this side is the right side. Now you have it inverted and this side is the left. So that's a bit weird versus a regular headset. If I have them on, I could then just turn it like this and I'm good. I don't have to flip it around or anything like that. But let's test out the actual microphone. Let's see if they suck or not. This is a microphone test of the Razer Barracuda X. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can, ride the toucan, what kind of goo can, stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the mic quality? And next up on the list, we have the PlayStation Pulse Elite. And I've been using this headset for quite some time. Right out the gate, a lot of people are probably not going to like this adjustment. You can't really adjust these headsets. It's just going to adjust it for you depending on your head shape. And also too, looking at the side, you might even get some scratches on the side too if you're not taking good care of it. Do notice some micro scratches on the side there, but it does look nice aesthetically if you have your PS5 Pro or your PS5, if you don't switch out the plates, that is. So for instance, if you get red, then this headset is not going to match well. Air cushion wise, this is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but this is essentially on ear. I have very tiny ears, so this is going to fit me perfectly. But if you have larger ears, this might not be your cup of tea. And if I put this on, it just fits like a glove for me. Of course, you can pull out the mic. You can adjust it accordingly. And also you have your buttons conveniently on the bottom of the headset. So you have your power, your 3.5 millimeter, USB-C for charging, and of course your volume. Now what's cool about the Pulse Elite, you could be able to hang this up and showcase it on your wall. So the connectors on the top, that's gonna be able to hold up your headset and it's gonna charge it up. And fun fact, you can also hang up your DualSense controller and that will charge it up the same way. And even if you look at the headset too, the distance between the air cushion to your ear is very short. Sound quality wise, this sounds a bit flat, or you have more of a balanced sound, but you can control the EQ on your PlayStation, so you can adjust it accordingly, add more treble, add more bass. Of course, this is PlayStation branded. This is designed with the PS5 in mind, of course. And I gotta say, the 3D audio sounds pretty good, but they're definitely better sounding headsets on this video for sure. When I'm talking on the microphone, I love the fact how it blocks out any background noise. That's something that I noticed when I test this out when I'm in a party chat with my friends. Like if I'm playing music, they're not gonna hear that. Or if I turn on my blender, or if there's anything going on in the background, they're not gonna hear that. And that's thanks to its PlayStation AI noise reduction. So you're barely gonna hear it. They're just gonna hear your voice, and your voice is only gonna come in. It's actually pretty incredible on how accurate it is. So if you're in a noisy environment and you wanna make sure your team or your friends can hear you, this is the best on the list when it comes down to actually reducing the noise in the background. Definitely the best headset on this video for sure. And all right, here's the PlayStation Pulse Elite. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan. Just how a few can ride the toucan, toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can? Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the mic? And next up on the list, we have the HyperX Cloud 3 wireless. Now, I reviewed this before on the previous best gaming headset before, but this time I just have the wireless one. The buttons, you have your mute button. There's no flip up to mute or anything like that. And I must say, the button is a bit small. It might take some time to get used to if you have it on. Of course, underneath that, you have your power button and you have your USB-C for charging. Now, unfortunately, you don't have your 3.5 millimeter, which would have been a nice touch to be able to switch it between wireless and your wired. So have the option of both instead of having two separate models. And then on the other side, you have your volume rocker. And I must say, there's a lot of cushion on the top, memory foam at that. So that is pretty nice. And in terms of the air cushions, nice big oval air cushions here. So if you have really large ears, this is gonna fit like a glove essentially. And of course, putting them on, just like any other HyperX headset, this is gonna feel really nice on the ears. You have your mic here, and you can disconnect it too, in case you guys are wondering. Now, of course, you have your classic step system, so you can adjust it accordingly. And yeah, you're not gonna have a problem hearing the enemy's footstep on the HyperX Cloud 3 wireless. I just appreciate on how light this feels. I mean, it doesn't feel too bulky. It feels nice and light. You have a little bit of space on your ears here, so it's not as tight on your head. And that leads me perfectly to the glasses test. I must say, glasses isn't going to be a problem at all, just because you have that extra space on the side. And if anything, it might even be resting right on top of the headset. So It's just barely touching it. It is touching it technically, but it's not right here or anything. Because if it's here, that's when it's going to build that tension. So wearing glasses while wearing the HyperX Cloud 3 isn't a problem. Definitely passed the glasses test in my book. And more importantly, let's see how the microphone is sounding like. This is a microphone test of the HyperX Cloud 3 wireless. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Luke can, just how a few can, ride the toucan, what kind of glue can, stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below, how's the mic? And now next up on the list, we have the Turtle Beach Atlas Air. Now, I gotta say, this is light. Probably the most interesting headset just because this headband right out the gate to remind me of the AirPods Max of that canopy design. But you can easily replace this. You could easily take this off and get a replacement. But I appreciate how light this is too. I like the lightness of these, and I love the controls. Very easy to control on the side. So you have your flip up to mute, flip down to unmuted. You have your Bluetooth, your Type-C for charging, and your 3.5 millimeter. But one thing I gotta say with this, it feels a bit on the cheap side. Although I like the air cushions, this feels really nice. This is an open back headphone, so it doesn't necessarily isolate the background. So you can actually hear your surroundings. There's no audio mix. Now, unfortunately, you cannot even turn these too as well. So if you rest them around your neck, it would have to be like this, unfortunately. And in terms of the glasses test, put on my Meta Ray-Ban glasses again. Gotta say, no problems. Thanks to its open back design, it just feels you have a lot more room on the side, so you don't have nothing to worry about. The glasses portions just stop right here, just on the top, so there's no tension building up. It just rests on your ears, essentially. So you can actually maybe even see the gap on the side. So wearing glasses with these, no problem at all. Now adjusting the headset, it is a little different. So there is a Velcro on the side, and you could be able to lift it up and be able to adjust it like that. So it's more of like a, it's not the steps, but it just has like that cloth adjustment. All these headsets on this video sound good. You're not going to have a problem hearing the footsteps. If you're listening to music, this is not going to be the greatest when it comes down to the bass, but treble-wise, you can hear the enemy's footsteps, and it's going to give you that advantage opposed to using your TV speakers or your monitor speakers. So yeah, so sound quality-wise, these are pretty decent. Now here's a microphone test of the Atlas Air. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Luke can. Just how a few can, ride the toucan, what kind of glue can, stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below, how's the microphone? Next up on the list, we have the Razer Kraken version 4. I gotta say, I love the way how these RGBs just look. Yet again, one of the best looking headsets here. And pair that up with the air cushions. I love the comfortability on these. You also have it on the headband too, all around. So comfortability is through the roof on these. And it's pretty lightweight too, I must say. The sound quality is better thanks to THX, but nothing too groundbreaking. It wasn't like the other Razer headset where you have that the haptic sound. You have your pull-out microphone. Looking at the controls, you have your Bluetooth pairing, your volume rocker, your power button, your USB-C for charging, and on the other side you have your mix. And also you have different presets. You have different audio presets. So you have game, movie, custom. So you have different sound profiles. You have an indicator light when you know you're muted right on the boom mic, which is nice. And let's just sit down and appreciate the RGB just on the side. And like I said, I cannot stress this enough. The comfortability on the Kraken version 4, it just feels good. It feels good around your head. Glasses is gonna work perfectly fine. I mean, there's no tension buildup on the air cushion. So this is pretty good. I wish certain headset manufacturers will add in like a little insert for glasses, so you have like some sort of cutout, so it's not so much tension buildup. But for the most part, I got to tell you, glasses is no problem at all. Sound quality is better than the Barracuda, I would say. Nothing too groundbreaking. This isn't gonna replace my AirPods Max or anything. Sounds crisp. So let's test out the microphone, see if they suck or not. And here's a microphone test of the Razer Kraken V4. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can, ride the toucan, what kind of glue can, stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below, how's the mic? Now, Turtle Beach did a good job with the 600 Gen 3, but how about the 700 Gen 3? Now, right off the bat, these are larger headsets, and that could be a deal breaker for you or not. But the bigger the headset, the larger the driver, so that's going to equal out better sound quality. So you have a very similar build quality, which is excellent. And of course, you can rest this around your neck when you're idle. And of course, you have your volume rocker as well as your mixer, so you could prioritize more game volume or voice chat, Type-C for charging, and of course, you have your power button. And putting these headsets on, you can adjust it accordingly. So it has a classic step system, and you have your mic. So up is to mute, down is to unmute. You can move it a little bit more closer to you. And of course, you do have your quick switch button, so you can switch between wireless mode and Bluetooth. Now, another cool thing about the 700s, you do have 2 adapters included in the box. Now, this is gonna allow you to connect to multiple devices. So for instance, I could connect this to my PS5 and have another adapter connect to my Xbox Series X. Now what that's gonna allow you to do, once you press that quick switch button, you can switch between the different consoles. So that's gonna be super convenient if you have more than one system, and it's gonna just save a lot of headaches. So if you wanna play Xbox, you don't have to unplug your headset and plug it into your Xbox. It just makes it more seamless. Now, in terms of the comfort, very similar to the 600s, but you have a larger ear cushion. So if you have larger ears, you might want to go with this one. I prefer the comfort on the 600s. I love that material. This one is no slouch either. I gotta say, maybe it does a good job isolating the background noise too. Glasses, gotta say, you're not gonna have no problems at all wearing glasses. There's no tension. It's not tight by the ear cuffs. So it's not too tight where it's going to create that tension. I like the sound quality on these a little bit better opposed to the 600s. It's a bit similar, but definitely it sounds a little bit more beefier on the 700s. In terms of the microphone test, you guys be the judge. Take a listen. Now here's a microphone test of the Stealth 700 Gen 3. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can, ride the toucan, what kind of goo can, stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below, how's the mic? And next up on the list, we have the Audeze Maxwell. And right out the gate, these are a bit on the heavy side, but I appreciate how premium they are. And you can swivel them, rest them around your neck when you're idling. These look pretty premium. Now, it is a fingerprint magnet, so just keep that in mind just during my testing. And of course, looking at the controls, you have your volume rocker alongside the mixer, so prioritize more game volume or the voice. And you have your 3.5 millimeter and Type-C for charging it up. Now, also, you can disconnect the actual boom mic, and I like how the mute switch is on the actual headphones itself, so it could be very easy to just click on and off when you're muted. And it also has these ridges too, so the ridges is going to help you identify that you're muted your mic. And also, what's really surprising, you can actually replace the air cuffs. So if you I just did it. If you just take the air cuffs and you turn it, you could be able to replace these with no problem. And I would say this is mostly for the serious gamers. Now, the microphone is actually pretty good. And also, I forgot to mention, the power button is also on the side. So you press and hold it. Mostly, this is targeted to anyone who plays Apex Legends, Call of Duty, or maybe even Fortnite. I love the fact how you can replace the air cuffs, man. Oh, my battery just died. There we go. It's not the best. Like, there are better headsets that have better comfortability when you're wearing glasses on these, but it's not a problem. But maybe for some people, you might feel it a little bit. You might feel a little fatigue during longer gaming sessions. I think this is a perfect time for me to test out the microphone. Now here's a microphone test of the Maxwell Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan. Just how a few can ride the toucan, toucan. What kind of glue can stick it to the toucan, glue can? Let me know down in the comments down below. And next up on the list, we have the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro. Take anything away from this video, we might be witnessing the best ever gaming headset ever made right here. And I know you guys are probably thinking and scratching your head, why? Why is this the best gaming headset? First and foremost, of course, I can rest this around my neck. I like that. That's one. And two, comfortability. Although I'm not a fan of this leather cuff here, headband is just your classic cloth headband there. And in terms of the controls, you have a big volume rocker there. You have your mute button or mute toggle technically. And on top of that, you have your 3.5 millimeter so you could connect your audio jack there. And then the microphone very conveniently is tucked within the headset. So you just take your thumb or your finger, you slide it out, and now you could be able to talk to your team. I still prefer that velvet, that fabric kind of material. Just love the way how that feels. Now I notice when you put this on, it kind of isolates the background. Like if I put this on, I can barely hear my voice. I can hear it, but it's not as pronounced as if I would just take this off. But also, it doesn't even stop there. I didn't even get to the nitty gritty. You can actually take this off and you could be able to swap out the battery. This is a game changer. I can't even talk. This is a game changer. So essentially, if the battery dies, you can just take it out and now you can swap it out with a new battery. This is definitely incredible. And of course, you could buy extra batteries in the future and just go about your business. And on the other side, if you want to take the plate off here, this is going to be your USB-C for charging. Instead of charging it through USB-C, now you could use the audio DAC that came with it. Now that swappable battery that I mentioned earlier, now it's charging thanks to this audio DAC here. Now you can charge battery pack with the audio DAC, and whenever it's ready, it's going to give you the charge indicator on the screen, which is pretty cool. And on top of that, you can control the EQ, the noise canceling too as well, transparency. The list goes on. I am planning on getting new air cushions. They're showing a bit of wear and tear too. And I wish all headsets could be able to switch out that battery, because if that battery goes bad on a headset, that's basically it. You can take it apart, take out the battery like that, but it's not user friendly or easy as the SteelSeries. And believe it or not, that might even make the headset longevity last way longer. If I put on my glasses, let's do a glasses test. Glasses, pretty good. Glasses test on these, comfortable. Nothing to worry about at all. The comfort is good. The sound quality is excellent. The audio DAC itself just makes it more professional too as well too. Just that aesthetic I like. But let's test out the microphone quality and see how they sound. And okay, here's the Nova Pro. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan. Just how a few can ride the toucan, toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below how's the microphone. Introducing the Astro A50X. The Astro A50X exceeded my expectations. I mean, first and foremost, the air cushions. Whoa. The best on this list without a doubt. Feels nice and soft. This is the final boss right here. This is the last headset on this list, and that same material matches on the headband too as well. And on the side, you have a little bit of airflow too, so it's not as, too much heat going on the top. You have this telescoping adjustment too as well, so really nice. You're gonna get that perfect fit every single time. In terms of the air cushions, if you want to replace it, you can just lift them up, get some new air cushions, and be able to swap it 1, 2, 3. Really nice. Now in terms of the controls, you have your power switch, so you flick it up to turn it on, flick it down to turn it off. You have your Bluetooth button, so you can pair this up to your phone. You also have your volume rocker, and alongside the Type-C port to charge these up. And you notice you have some pins on the bottom of these. Whenever you're done with playing the game, you can just stand it up. So no need to buy an actual headset stand. But this base station could do a lot more than what you think. So the way I would connect my PS5 Pro, I have to connect it to the base of the Astro A50X, then from the base to my gaming monitor. This is going to produce the best possible audio, and it doesn't disappoint not one bit. The sound quality on this is out of this world. So it's taking the audio from your console and it's taking the video and putting it onto your monitor. So you're getting the best possible sound on the Astro A50s, and it doesn't disappoint. Let me tell you, these sound incredible. And on top of that, on the headset, you have a quick switch button. So if you connect your Xbox, for instance, and you want to play your PS5, you just press that quick switch button and it automatically switch the TV input to the Xbox and vice versa. Now it goes without saying, durability is stellar. It's excellent. It better be for that price point. But you can actually adjust the mix, so you could prioritize more of the game, or you have your voice chat. Like wearing glasses is not gonna have no sort of problem or tension building up. It's just gonna just rest on your glasses. So essentially, no problem at all. It feels like it's not even a problem at all. Like just putting on the glasses, for instance, is no kind of hassle at all. So yeah, glasses test definitely did pass. You could flip it up to mute and down to unmuted. All right, let's see how the microphone is sounding like. And now here's a microphone test of the Astro A50X. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can ride the toucan, what kind of glue can stick it to the toucan, glue can. But yeah, guys, between these two, the Astro A50X and the SteelSeries Arctis Pro, if you want the best of the best, look no further. These two are definitely gonna be, it's not gonna disappoint you. It's not gonna let you down at all. I'm telling you guys. Be sure to check out the video on screen for more gaming headset reviews. And also thank you guys so much for all of your support for the past 6 years of giving you guys the best gaming headsets. It means a lot to me. If this is your first time, I appreciate it with a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this. Have a simple day.